Healthy People 2030 includes a wide range of objectives developed by work groups. Most healthy people objectives measure progress towards a target over time, but some are not measurable or have other limitations. Healthy People 2030. It is the national health agenda for the current decade. It builds on the accomplishments and challenges in meeting Healthy People 2020. And it sets the health improvement goals and objectives to be reached by the year 2030. Every decade, Healthy People makes numerous changes based on years of feedback from diverse individuals and organizations. It builds on the accomplishments and challenges in meeting Healthy People 2020. For Healthy People 2030, the most significant change is reducing the number of objectives with fewer ones. Finding the goals relevant is more accessible. What are the social determinants of health? They are the environmental conditions that significantly impact people's health, well-being, and quality of life. They consist of 5 domains: economic stability, education, access and quality, healthcare access and quality, neighborhood and built environment, and social and community context. Economy stability. People with steady employment are less likely to live in poverty and more likely to be healthy, but still some of them don't earn enough to afford the things they need to stay healthy. Many people need help finding and keeping a job. People with disabilities and injuries have limited ability to work. Healthy People 2030 focuses on helping more people achieve economic stability through employment programs, career counseling, and high-quality child care opportunities that can help more people find and keep jobs. Also, it provides policies to help people pay for food, housing, healthcare, and education. Education access and quality. People with higher level of education are more likely to be healthier and live longer. That's why Healthy People 2030 focuses on providing high-quality educational opportunities for children and adolescents and help them do well in school. This support is given to children from low-income families, children with disabilities, and children who routinely experience forms of social discrimination. This will help them get a high-paying job and make them less likely to have a health problem. This intervention to help children and adolescents do well in school and help families pay for college can have long-term health benefits. Healthcare. Many people don't get the necessary healthcare services. Many people without insurance are less likely to have a primary care provider. They may be unable to afford healthcare services and medications or live far away from healthcare providers. Healthy People 2030 focuses on improving health by helping people get high-quality healthcare services, increasing access to healthcare professionals, and improving communication to help more people get the care they need. Neighborhood. The neighborhoods people live in significantly impact their health and well-being. Many live in neighborhoods with high rates of violence, unsafe air and water, and other health and safety risks. Healthy People 2030 focuses on improving health and safety in places where people live, work, learn, and play. Social and community context. People's relationship and interactions with family, friends, co-workers, and community members can significantly impact their health and well-being. Many people face challenges and dangers they cannot control, like unsafe neighborhoods, discrimination, or trouble affording the necessary things. Healthy People 2030 focuses on helping people get the social support they need for better living in the community. Objectives of nutrition and healthy eating. Many people don't eat healthy food. Healthy People 2030 focuses on helping people get the recommended healthy food like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Many people eat unhealthy food with added sugars. Healthy People 2030 focuses on helping people choose healthy food. Increase the consumptions of total vegetables by persons aged 2 years and over. The National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey is designed to assess health and nutritional status. This chart shows the low vegetable ingestion compared to fruits. Vegetables are recommended as a vital part of healthy diet, and eating vegetables is linked to a lower risk of many diseases. Most people don't eat enough vegetables. That's why nutrition counseling is essential in school and workplace-based programs. This objective is a baseline objective with 0.76 cup equivalent of total vegetables per 1,000 calories. The desired direction is to increase the vegetable consumption to 0.84 cup equivalent per 1,000 calories. Method for evaluating progress. Collection of 1 day of dietary data for all respondents through in-person 24-hour recall. Each respondent is asked to recall the kind and amount of food eaten during the previous day. The amount of foods reported and converted to gram amount. Cup equivalent were calculated using the USDA Food Pattern Equivalent database. Data source and collection. Data source is the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. Data collection should have valid and reliable representative data, baseline data, have at least 2 additional data points throughout the decade, have federal government management, and publicly available. Healthy People in Action, promoting fruits and vegetables through financing policies, the Healthy Diet Nation Act. In 2014, the Navajo Nation changed its tax policies to encourage citizens to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. They removed the 5% sales tax from fresh fruits and fresh vegetables and water. The Healthy Diet Nation Act applied a 2% additional tax on sugar-sweetened beverages and foods. Objective 2. Increase whole grain consumption by people aged 2 and over. Some of the daily intake of ounce equivalents of whole grains per 1,000 calories from a first day 24-hour recall among persons aged 2 years and over. This chart demonstrates the whole grain to total grain intake among adults aged 20 and over. Whole grains are rich in dietary fiber and other nutrients and are recommended as a vital part of healthy diet. Many people eat too many refined grains more than whole grains. Eating whole grains may help lower the risk of coronary heart disease. Healthy People 2030 can help people eat more whole grains to get the recommended dietary fiber. Whole grains are rich in dietary fiber and other nutrients and are recommended as a vital part of healthy diet. Many people eat too many refined grains more than whole grains. Eating whole grains may help lower the risk of coronary heart disease. Healthy People 2030 can help people eat more whole grains to get the recommended dietary fiber. Method for evaluating progress. Collection of 1 day of dietary data for all components through in-person 24-hour recall. Each respondent is asked to recall the kind and amount of food eaten during the previous day, the amount of food reported and converted to gram amount. Ounce equivalent were calculated using the USDA Food Pattern Equivalent database. Data source and collection. Data source, the National Health Nutrition Examination Survey. Data collection. Have valid and reliable representative data, baseline data, have at least 2 additional data points throughout the decade, have federal government measurement, and publicly available. Objective 3. Increase vitamin D consumption by people aged 2 and over. This graph shows the percentage of men's and women's vitamin D consumption. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium, which is essential for healthy bones. People who get enough vitamin D and calcium may also have a lower risk for osteoporosis. Eating food with added vitamin D and taking supplements can help people get enough vitamin D. Healthy People 2030 encourage to use the nutrition facts label that can help track their vitamin D consumption. This objective is a baseline objective with improving status. It was 15.7 microgram of vitamin D from food and dietary supplements, Most recent data showed 17.7 micrograms of vitamin D from food and dietary supplements. Method for evaluating progress. Several sources of vitamin D were considered to determine the total vitamin D intake, including food and dietary supplements. Collection of 1 day of dietary data for all respondents through in-person 24-hour recall. Each respondent is asked to recall the kind and amount of food eaten during the previous day. The amount of food is reported and converted to gram amounts. Ounce equivalents were calculated using the USDA Food Pattern Equivalence Database. Data source and collection. Data source is the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. Data collection have a valid and reliable representative data, baseline data, at least 2 additional data points throughout the decade, federal government management, and publicly available. As seen here that the 3 objectives share the same method for evaluation, progress, and data source and collection. References. Thank you.